Hi, it's David C. Jones. Before the curtain goes up, and the curtain's going up at the Firehall Art Center. I've seen a lot of shows at the Firehall Art Center lately, and so excited that we have a dance piece by the remarkable, oh, I hope I say it right. I read your name all the time and I don't say it. Tara Cheyenne Friedenberg, I think it is. Well, let's just welcome Tara and we'll see what her name is. Okay. How do I say your name?
You said it perfectly.
Oh, good.
Congratulations. That was perfect. Thank you so much.
Oh, good. Because I never say your name out loud. I just read it all the time because you're everywhere. You're such a prolific dancer and performer and physical theater creator. And you've created a piece called Pants. What's Pants?
I have.
Are they on fire? Are they on fire?
A little bit, yes. But not in the lying way, just in like the disco way.
Oh, nice. So what's Pants? Well, you are, well, let's first off talk about your artwork because you are a creative, you're a performance artist, you're a dancer, but you're a performance artist. So for someone who's not familiar with your work, how would you describe you?
Oh, I love that question. Thank you, David. Well, I had a presenter describe my work as stand-up comedy with dance breaks, which I really like because it's very accessible. Like, yeah, I know what that means. So yeah, I mean, I mix theater and dance, comedy and dance. There's always text. I can't seem to keep my mouth shut. But I'm always dancing around at the same time. So it's really a hybrid. It's a hybrid.
So
Yeah.
what was, you obviously had to go for training as a dancer. Where did you go and study dance?
Well, I started out at the Royal Winnipeg Ballet School when I was a wee one. And then I went to University of Calgary for theater. And then I went to SFU for dance. And then I've just been like living in both worlds since then.
Wow. Wow. So you got a little bit of ballet in there too. And you would be what you call a modern dancer.
Yes, I guess so. It's like contemporary dance. I mean, when I was studying, it was called modern dance, but now they call it contemporary dance. So,
Nice. Nice.
anything that happens now.
Nice. Now, what is Pants? What is the actual show that you are presenting at the Firehall Art Center? And are they presenting you? They said we want to present your work. Is this its debut?
This is the premiere.
Wonderful.
This is the premiere at the Firehall, at our beloved Firehall Art Center. I just very grateful for Donna Spencer and just the support that she gives for like the us weirdos doing weird dance theater stuff. It really is like tremendous. And I love performing at the Firehall. So Pants came about because I, kept having so many conversations about gender, and my child started identifying as they, them, non-binary. And so we were like in our house and in my community with the young folks, just like talking, deconstructing, taking it apart, looking at the biases of gender. And I have a lot of, I do a lot of drag. A lot of my shows, I am a man in a lot of my shows. So I kind of was like, okay, I'm really interested in like what my journey has been in terms of gender, like those of us in the middle age, having grown up in a time when there was not language around, you're just a pink box or a blue box and like done. How you do with that. So I started out just like interviewing lots and lots of folks across the country about their experience with gender, growing up, living, working, how is that, having families. So now it's really a very personal, autobiographical journey with lots of ridiculous and lots of movement.
Well,
yeah.
Yes. Well, and with your I think people can see right away with your stunning hair and glasses ensemble that there's going to be a lot of whimsy with combined with the heart. and undoubtedly pain and confusion, as you, especially the pain and confusion does seem to be generational, and it does seem to be, I would say the majority of older folk are trying to go, I'm trying to understand. And as typical throughout the millennia, the younger folk going, you don't understand. And you're like,
Exactly.
you're like, but I was trying, I was trying. I mean, there are some who go, I refuse. I don't want to change, but change is inevitable. So tell me about, so you interviewed lots of people, and then do you bring someone in the room to sort of go, I'm crafting it this way, and they give you an outside eye? What goes into a Tara Cheyenne Friedenberg show? How does it come to be? I sounded like
Oh,
Jiminy Glick a little bit there.
and I was so loving it. I was so loving it. I fell in love with Martin Short when I was like 9 years old. So, and wanted to also be him. Yes, I have. So that's one thing that I always stress about. It's just me on stage, but I have got a team there. It's really an ensemble work when you step back. I have, so Joanna Garfinkel is my dramaturge. Josh Martin is creative collaborator outside eye. Kate Franklin is my movement director and creative collaborator. And then there's like Cameron McKenzie was in the development of the piece. Ted Littlemore, the late blessed memory Zara Shahab. So I have all these great folks, like reflecting back, giving me the hard truth. Like right now, because I open in a week and a half, we're at the stage where it's like, nope, do it again. Nope, do it again.
Yeah, it's getting kind of locked in because it's got a deadline, right?
Yeah. Do it better. Yeah.
Nice. And so does this now with the show, when you debut it, then because it's a new piece, do you then get a chance to reevaluate it a little bit and kind of go, okay, I'm going to take this on the road now, and this would just be a little part where I would move this or I would tighten this up a little bit, or
Yeah, it's such a gift to premiere something and then like have time to reflect and then remount it. I'm touring it starting to tour it in May, and usually with my work I'll tour it for a few years, so every time I remount it, things change. Because I'm also, like as you well know, like you learn so much from your audience.
yeah.
What is working, what lands for them, what does not land, and like making those changes along the way, because it's really a living, breathing thing. And there's even things that change like in the moment depending on what's happening in the room with the audience, because the audience is my scene partner.
Totally. Well, and I would also assume too that, I mean, you're a very physically fit person because you're a dancer, but there's also sometimes, I'm sure, where you go to make a move and you go, no, the move's going to be modified today, because even though you do a very thorough warm up and you take care of yourself, sometimes the body will do what the body wants to do.
Absolutely. And at my age, I mean, we were talking about that actually in the studio yesterday. It's like, that's one of the great things about being a solo artist is if that turn, like sometimes a turn is just like you double and you land, you stick it. It's like, woo, 10.1 from the Canadian judge. And sometimes it does not go that way. Gravity's not on your side, but you just, how do I, it's just like going with the moment. What's happening in the moment? What's my body doing in the moment? And not being afraid of that, like being real with it.
I have this horrible habit when because I do a lot of cabarets in town and do a lot of performance emceeing and stuff like that. And if I jump around and dance the way I used to when I was younger, the next day I'm like, what's going on with my back? What is that? Oh, because I was stupid yesterday.
I know, and don't you just get like, just filled with the inspiration of the moment and the energy, and you forget. Like,
Yeah.
this will be fine. I'll just drop into the splits, no problem.
Yeah, I don't do death drops anymore. I used to do that all the time. I was very good at fainting on stage and going boom back when I was young improviser at Theatre Sports, just doing a sudden death drop, got a huge laugh in the audience, but now I lower myself gently. It's not quite as effective. So what is your favorite part about doing this show? You got your opening soon. What is your favorite part about going, oh, I love this part of the show?
Oh, I love the part of the show where I can kind of hear or feel recognition, relatability from the audience. So the folks I've had, I've had lots of kind of experimental audiences coming in, and there's, you know, that moment where you kind of hear somebody go, oh yeah, oh. I love that. I love that so much. Yeah, I think I'm really looking forward to being in a room with a lot of folks and sharing my experience and then feeling their experience. Yeah.
You said you sort of got inspired by your kid to create this piece. So have they been in the rehearsal room, or are you waiting for them to see it on opening night?
Oh, they've seen bits as we've gone, and I have approval that some of my jokes are very good. So I really like that, because if you can make a 12-year-old laugh, I think there's, it's pretty good. I have been told by my child that if there is not haze, i.e. a lot of fog, they're not going to be happy. They want lots of fog. So the lighting designer and I are talking about that. So
do you have
there is
lasers?
input.
Do you have
I
even a cat
wish.
laser? Because if you're gonna have haze, right?
There will be, yes. You will see the light will be like solid
Nice.
from haze. I do love that too.
Okay, Tara, here's your chance now. You're going to look right at the camera, and I think you have a two camera setup here. And you are going to tell these people why they should see this show. Don't give us the press release. Don't give us a long dissertation. You do something quick and snappy that makes us say, hey, we're going to throw our hard-earned bucks at this, and we're going to go down to the Firehall Art Center and see pants. So you sell it. I'm going to count you in. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
You need to see pants because it's hilarious. And also, do you fit in the blue box? Do you fit in the pink box? Does anybody? And shouldn't we all be taking that apart and maybe chucking it all together in a room with haze?
With haze. Well, thank you, Tara. And I think we are educated on the show. I can't think of anything else that I need to know. Is there anything else I need to know about this wonderful, wonderful project? I think we covered the collaborators, we covered the inspiration, we covered that it's dance comedy with some text. We got to meet you, fabulous you.
I think it really is, like, if you like comedy, if you like theater, if you like dance, or just one of those, or you're curious about them, I think you'll find something in this show. You don't have to be like a dance aficionado at all, or like, I love performance art at the gallery. I think there's a lot of doors for a lot of folks.
Right, yeah. Or I only like to go see stand-up comedy. Yeah. So you're like,
Yeah.
covered. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, Tara, I'm so looking forward to the show. It sounds spectacular. I always enjoy your work. So thank you so much for taking time out to chat with me today.
Thank you, David. Bye.